everybody, Matt Kellow here, Vancouver Island University Outdoor Rec Program, and today I want to talk a little bit about pop-ups. We've kind of eased into this phase 2 now with COVID-19 in British Columbia, and that means it's okay to head up to Pacific Rim National Park Reserve. It's open for day use, so probably lots of you are thinking about getting out to the west coast and getting on a surfboard. So I've changed out of my woodworking clothes today, put on my beach attire, even though I don't live near a beach. And we're going to do some talking about surfboard pop-ups. Okay, so one of the video clips we're going to show you is a student who does a great job looking for a wave. I think he sees the wave coming, he paddles. His feet are a little bit of this action going on, right? So kicking, and then they actually drag for a little bit as the wave picks him up. But he does a good job sort of bringing it in. And as he gets to his feet, instead of ending up in this position, the left foot or the forward foot is off on the side, and that creates all this instability. So point number 1 today, when you're doing your pop-up, up to your feet, and make sure both feet are along the center line of the board.
Yeah, so in this clip, let's watch where this front foot ends up. Nice pop-up, but the front foot's not on the center line. Yeah.
Okay, so point number 2, we see this a bit in our intro lessons too, where students add in extra steps and they end up on their knees. So in your classic pop-up, you really try your very best not to end up on your knees or on one knee. It just creates an extra step, all this instability. So if you can get, eliminate this sort of thing. That would be good to do, because you'll see some of the videos. I think there's 1 or 2 clips where students are adding in this step, and you're going to do way better if you can get to your feet like that.
So in this clip, watch what happens when the knees are added into the pop-up.
Okay, all right. So the last thing I want to mention to you is this is quite common too, and it's a little bit of what happens with the nature of this style of pop-up is you end up with too much weight in the back of the board. So often students pop up, they get to their feet, and they have all this weight in the back. So remember to weight your feet evenly, or even take a step forward. Especially if you're surfing these foam piles. If you're a beginner surfer and you're catching the waves that have already broken and they become whitewash, then popping up and taking a step forward to get the board balanced front to back is totally okay. And remember too, to remain low. This is a great stance, way better than standing up high. Lots of students might start here. You're going to have way more success if you can get to your feet, bend the knees, keep the back straight, sink down in the stance, and hands out like this somehow for balance.
So in this clip, notice what happens when there's too much weight in the back. The nose comes up, the board loses speed, and the student comes off the foam pile.
Okay, so the pop-up is really a foundational skill of surfing, and it takes a lot of practice to get proficient at it. So in the comfort of your own home, you can just do some pop-ups. Yoga mat works really well. Not all of you are going to have a nice wooden surfboard to practice on with no fins. So grab your yoga mat if you have something like this. Sometimes people cut these out into the surfboard shape, which is great. And then you can just practice your pop-ups. A bit like maybe doing a burpee or something, right? Like a little modified fitness regime. But if you can really, do this every day before your trip out to the west coast, this is going to get you ready to go for the ocean. And that way, when you get on your board, you're getting to your feet all the time without having to think about it too much and break it down. So Dry land pop-up, really important. Hands down in here by the chest. Up on your feet, nice and low, hands out front and up. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Stay well.